How the Muskogee got their main medicines. Long ago, there was a great holy man who lived some distance from a tribal town of our people. It is said that the people did not know where he came from, nor did they inquire. This holy man, they say, was very powerful, for he could make people well by touching them with his hands. It was the custom of the Muskogee people to meet the needs of their holy men. They would bring full food, till or care for his garden, repair or build his house. Whatever he needed to be done, it was the duty of the people to take care of the holy man. This was done out of love and great respect. One day, as he was passing through the village, he noticed a young boy. The holy man had seen that this boy was mistreated and was kind of an outcast. He also knew that this boy was the kind of person that could learn the sacred ways that the holy man must pass on. So the old man took the boy to teach him the medicine ways and the sacred ways. The holy man said, "I have seen the purity of your heart, and know you will keep the sacred ways of the healing and not misuse the power which I have given you. For every healing chant shown to the chosen one, he has also shown a destructive word. There will be others selected just as I have selected you. The time is coming when you, too, will select a soul replacement to carry on the sacred way for your people." The boy said, "Will the soul replacement be a boy or a girl?" The holy man responded, "You know not if it is going to be a boy or girl, but the medicine people will know by a sign if the child can be selected." The young man asked, "Why do I have to look for a sign to select my replacement?" The holy man said, "So you will know the future of that child, what that person will be like until he dies. You will be shown what you need to use so the child will learn and not forget." The boy made a comment. "With all the powers that you have, will I have the same kind of power that enables you to heal?" The holy man said, "You will be able to do the things that are provided for you. In your dreams, you will be told the type of medicine and the chants and how to use them." The boy had in his mind that he would have the power the holy man had. That is why the holy man had to keep telling him, bringing him back to nature. The boy was not going to have his power. He would need the help of the plants and animals. The holy man just slowly turned to him and answered him, "Be patient. All things the chosen people will ever need to know to carry on after I'm gone have been laid out for all the medicine people to follow. The chosen people will have a choice of selecting their helpers, carriers, but the helpers will be limited to what the chosen ones will be willing to give and share with them. Carriers will not be given the origin of the medicine way, will not see new cures and visions, but must maintain a strict, disciplined way of life for the good of their people." The holy man continued, "The medicine people will not have the power to heal by touch. Only I have been given that power. The medicine people will use what is shown in their dreams and visions and what has been put on this Mother Earth for them to use. All of their words will be built around three things which will always be here: human beings, animals, and plants. The sacred words are to have a sound of nature, such as the sound of the wind or the cry of an animal." And he said, "I have shown and taught you all the things you will need to help your people now, and I will show you the new cures for the future in time. Be prepared to receive my instructions at all times, just as all medicine people must follow more instructions in the future." The holy man noticed that the young man was curious why they always went to that certain place. The holy man said, "You have been wondering about this place for some time, so I'll tell you why we meet here. This is a sacred ground, and negative energies cannot come within the boundary of the 4 sacred poles in the ground. All selected medicine people will also have a sacred ground. All negative things are blocked out within that square. Within this square, you will be able to communicate with me. This is where you will purify the sacred words and strengthen them. This is where you will strengthen your body and your mind in order to be prepared to receive any instruction which I might give at any time. There will be a time when medicine people will find their mate, and this is where they will unite. All the negative things will be left out. Within this square, there will be a circle, enough space for the two to step in, and once both step in, they put their medicine down and close the circle. When they close the circle, everything they have done, good or bad, is locked in the circle. Everything else is locked out. Each has the power to remove the past from the other, just these two. Each one of them will have a feather. The woman will put one in the man's hair, and she will remove all the things of yesterday. The man does the same thing. In case there's a time when the woman cannot bear a child for him to carry on, he would have the right to choose another mate. But once they have been in that circle, that woman will live with him the rest of their lives. The holy man showed and taught him about the sacred ground. The young man was told to make one. So the holy man told the young man he was to go fast for 4 days at his sacred ground, and then come back to him, and he would tell him more things. The boy told him, I will get sacred words that you keep holy will take care of you. When you are sleepy, the words are your sleep. Whenever you are hungry, that is your bread. Whenever you are thirsty, that is your water. This is why you keep these words sacred, and they will take care of you in time of need. The holy man said to the young man, You know the purpose of the sacred ground. You purify the sacred word, strengthen your body and mind. Keep in mind, when problems arise and there seem to be no answers, come and communicate with me and get some of your answers to your problems. There is one more thing I must ask you to do. You must go and build you a sweat house as near as possible to a running water. This will be a place only chosen medicine person will be able to use. You will be shown the things that are to be used and the sacred words to use in preparing for sweat. In this sweat house, you will expel impurity from within in the form of water. As you sit and sweat, you must also sing the sacred song you have learned. As you sing, these sacred words will be washed and purified. When you have finished what you have been instructed to do, you will quickly go to the running water and wash off the impurity that has been expelled from within the form of water. I asked you to build a sweat as near as possible to running water for an important reason. You must never let the sweat on your body dry on you. The water will carry away all your impurity of your body. The time came when the old man said that he had to go away. And so the time came when one last time they would sit and talk like they had done many times before. The old man recounted many things to the boy and what he must do. The old man was sitting where he always sat when he would tell the boy of good things, even funny things, but most of all, very serious, sacred teachings. He said that if the boy was troubled at any time, he should remember that the old man would always be with him, and to come back to where they sat and talked, and he would find the answer there, and everything would be all right. This was very sad for the old man, but he was happy also, for he had taught the boy and had someone to take his place. Now, it was necessary for him to leave, for his work was done. As their day together came to an end, the birds and the little things that make noises seemed to sound very lonesome. The old man bowed his head and began to cry. As he shed great tears, they fell to the ground and became a pool of tears. The old man held up his hand to the east and said, "This is the blood of life." The blood fell to the ground and made a small pool. His life was on the ground in tears and blood. Only a great love and sadness would make this happen. Now he must leave. They said goodbye, and the holy man left. The boy wanted to go with him, so he ran after him, but could not find him. He tried to find his tracks, but the old man left none. He disappeared. Days went by, and the boy helped the people with his powers and shared many sacred ways with them. One day, the people became ill with a very bad illness. The boy tried to heal them by touching them with his hands. This did not work. The people became increasingly ill. The boy became very troubled and remembered what the holy man had told him. So he returned to the place where the old man had lived and to the place where they had sat when the old man went away. The old place was still familiar, recalling old times. The boy felt the old man was still there, but there was something different about the place where they had sat, for there were 2 bushes in front of the place where the old man had sat. The boy immediately knew that these plants were sacred medicines, for one bush grew from the place where his blood had fallen to the ground. When placed in water, the roots of the bush that grew from the blood made the water red in color. Water remained clear or white when the roots of the bush that grew from the tears were placed in it. The boy knew that the old man was with him as he said, for in his spirit he knew he was to use these sacred plants. He prepared himself and the medicines. He then took the medicines and cured the people of the great illness. To this very day, these medicines remain sacred and are used by the Muskogee people. The name by which the holy man was called was because he was a great holy man and passed through the tribal towns of the people and lived a distance from them. His name was King Passing Through. The bush or the roots that grew from his blood is called the same name today and is commonly known to the Muskogee people as red root. The sacred bush and its roots that grew from the holy man's tears is called white medicine. This medicine is known to non-Indians as American ginseng. The end.